Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Dorch, halfway through the work week, Justine.
Yeah, we are. We're getting halfway there. In the first half, not so bad as far as the temperatures, and the smoke hasn't been as bad as we've seen.
Another day yesterday, especially like the afternoon and evening time.
Yeah.
We saw some clear skies.
Yeah, we did.
Smoke started to clear out. Unfortunately, we're dealing with some more haze this morning, and I think conditions are just going to start to get worse. And looks like we're going to bring in some extreme fire danger again as we get into this afternoon and even into tomorrow, as well as the winds are going to pick up, dry and warm temperatures roll back in. Here's some watches and warnings for today. We have Missoula County under an air quality alert that is specific to Seeley Lake. As Seeley Lake again is seeing hazardous air quality this morning. And then anywhere in the red, that is a red flag warning that goes in place today at noon, lasts until 9 p.m. as the winds are going to pick up along with very low relative humidity. A few of your forecast headlines for the rest of the week. Highs in the 70s and 80s today and tomorrow. Very dry, no rain expected. Then well into the 80s and even 90s possible by the end of the week.
Montana's Department of Higher Education says the University of Montana is following policy after approximately 40 lecturers were told their contracts may not be renewed in 2018. Deputy Commissioner of Higher Education Kevin McCrae says it's part of an ongoing effort at UM to align faculty expenses with revenue. McCrae says guidelines require cuts based on enrollment made to faculty must begin with non-tenure track employees, and that none of the roughly 40 lecturers were eligible for tenure, something those employees are aware of. McCrae explains those jobs are per semester contracts, and UM is required to provide at least one semester's notice before moving those positions, but nothing is set in stone yet. McCrae says if the need for some of those lecturers is there, they can be offered new contracts this spring.
Depending on the program, depending on the department, if the university after the fall semester finds itself in a situation of wanting to extend an offer to a lecturer for spring semester, we believe the university will have that option.
McCrae says this all comes down to enrollment numbers and available revenue, and that non-renewals of contracts do not reflect on those lecturers. Stage 2 fire restrictions went into effect in late July, but the Missoula County Fire Protection Association reports that they continue to find campfires and charcoal fires in woods. MTN's Don Fisher spoke with officials about what this means as western Montana continues to see extreme fire danger.
Interagency wildland fire officials with the Missoula County Fire Protection Association are reminding folks that western Montana's Stage 2 fire restrictions remain necessary. Even though many communities received wetting rains on Sunday associated with the passage of a cold front, the amount and duration of the rain was not enough to significantly alter conditions on the ground. Chris Johnson with the Protection Agency says fire prevention is more important now than ever as fire danger remains extreme.
People don't have to look far out of their houses to see multiple columns going off. So any human-caused fire is going to cause another group of responders to put themselves into harm's way every single day. So one less fire, one less spark is one less time that responders have to roll to a scene and put themselves at risk.
Johnson says since Stage 2 restrictions were implemented on July 27th, nearly 30 campfires or charcoal fires have been discovered in areas where restrictions are in effect. Violations were discovered during nighttime and early morning patrols of area campgrounds and popular recreation sites. Johnson says firefighters in the area want to extend thanks to those who have paid attention to the restrictions and ask them to keep doing so as we close out the summer.
We're getting into a time right now with historically low dead fuel moistures. Things are snapping and cracking in the woods. Any fire right now that starts is going to be very difficult to contain. So it's up to all of us in western Montana to make sure that we're careful with any activity that we do that could create a spark.
In Missoula, Don Fisher, MTN News.
Johnson says LPG stoves or other types of stoves that can be turned on and off are allowed while restrictions are in place, but make sure they're only used in areas cleared of flammable material, a minimum of 3 feet from that stove. Firefighters will use an infrared camera to find heat sources and suppress hot spots on the Gibraltar Ridge fire that's burning near Eureka. The nearly 1,900-acre lightning-sparked fire is 12% contained now, following a few days of humid and cooler weather. Crews continue efforts to protect structures while holding that fire along the Foothills Road. Previously evacuated residents were allowed back into their homes. They are required to sign in and provide contact information at the checkpoint located at Lick Lake and receive a permit. Non-residents are not allowed in the closure areas. Some residents living near the Lolo Peak Fire are back home now. The fire managers are warning everyone to remain alert as they brace for more dry weather and the potential for extreme fire behavior for the second half of the week. The Missoula County Sheriff's Office lifted the evacuation order for the lower section of Highway 12 along Lolo Creek from milepost 21.7 west to milepost 20. Those were among the people told to leave when the fire was very active over the weekend. The mandatory evacuation order remains in place near Fort Fizzle and west to Mill Creek Road and Elk Meadows Road on both sides of the highway. Portions of Mormon Creek Road above and including Van Drive remain under evacuation warnings. Crews are concentrating on attacking the most active side of the fire on the South Fork of Lolo Creek, using burnout operations and control lines to keep it from burning down into lower elevations. They hope to get that accomplished before hotter temperatures, lower humidities, and strong winds make a return later this week. The Lolo Peak has now burned more than 10,000 acres. The Rice Ridge Fire near Seeley Lake has now burned 11,700 acres. It is 10% contained. The pre-evacuation notice for residents along Highway 83 in the Seeley Lake area does remain in effect still this morning. A public meeting to discuss the blaze will be held at 6 p.m. on Thursday at the Seeley Lake Elementary School. Well, the Granite County Sheriff's Office says Moose Lake residents may return to their homes this morning after being under evacuation orders due to the nearly 14,000-acre Meyers Fire burning near Phillipsburg. Sheriff Scott Dunkerson says the evacuation order will be downgraded to an evacuation warning at 8 a.m. The Sunrise Fire burning 11 miles southeast of Superior is now mapped at more than 21,000 acres with 30% containment. Several evacuation orders also remain in effect for area residents. Those specifics can be found on our website. The lightning sparked Sprague Fire has now burned an estimated 100 acres at Glacier National Park. That fire is located in the west side of the park above Crystal Ford on the Gunsight Trail, which is the main access trail to the Sperry Chalet. Park officials say that depending on fire behavior, the Sperry Chalet may remain closed for the rest of the season. The structures at the Sperry Chalet are not immediately threatened by the fire at this time, but the park is prepared to implement structural protection precautions as necessary. The Tamarack Fire in northwest Montana holding at just under 300 acres. That fire is burning in remote terrain between Kalispell and Libby. It was started by lightning during a storm Friday night and was first detected early Saturday morning. A Type 2 incident management team is taking over command of that Tamarack Fire as well as the nearby Peoples Fire. The Peoples Fire has burned about 100 acres. It is reported to be 70% contained. You can find reports on all of our fires burning in western Montana on our website. We will continue to track all the details and the critical information you need with our Fire Watch coverage on air and online, with our Facebook and Twitter feeds and the KPAX mobile app. I'm going to send it on over to Lewis now. He's got your forecast.
All right, thank you, Justine. Good morning, everyone. How about a quick look outside at our St. Joseph Medical Center ICAM in Polson. Another very nice start to the day there. Temperatures on the cooler side, though. Again, seeing a lot of 40s this morning, but at least for this morning, air quality not too bad there in the Polson area. Temperatures remaining chilly, 47 in Missoula, 41 in Kalispell. We're at 42 in Phillipsburg, 36 there at Seeley Lake, 41 in Butte, 43 St. Regis, 45 waking up this morning in Troy. So here is a look at our air quality for this morning. Now, Seeley Lake, again, seeing the worst of it. Hazardous air quality. Missoula right now reporting good air quality, but it's really just depending on where you are. Areas that are closer to those fires, that's where we're seeing the real bad air quality. So we have Hamilton there at unhealthy for sensitive individuals. We have Butte, unhealthy for sensitive individuals. We have some good air quality up near Libby and Flathead. So we are going to expecting at least to see a little bit more haze this morning, with actually a little bit of clearing as we roll into the afternoon time. Here's a look at our Doppler network. We have these rain showers and thunderstorms here in parts of the Dakotas and Nebraska. High pressure building in out west. That's why we're going to see several days of clear skies. So let's try to time out the next couple of days though and see if any rain is on the forecast. So to do this, we're going to go to the upper air map, the jet stream. First, we're going to stop this Friday. See another ridge building, high pressure. Highs mostly in the 80s for Friday, even a few lower 90s possible. And unfortunately, this is just going to stick with us all the way into next week and even into the end of next week, with still seeing these warmer temperatures sticking around. We're stopping this Tuesday of next week. Now, it looks like if we give it some time, let's wait till the end of next week, finally starting to see a little bit of a pattern change. Cooler temperatures look like they could begin pushing in from Canada. The warmest air moves off to our east, so maybe here by the end of next week, and this is about 9 days out, 10 days out, maybe we could bring in some cooler temperatures and a chance of rain there. But it looks like for at least the next 7 to 10 days, warm, dry, and no rain in the forecast. All right, Missoula, 7-day forecast, 85 today, 86 tomorrow, 89 on Friday. Temperatures in the 80s through the weekend, and then Kalispell, 83 today, 85 Thursday, 87 on Friday, 83 Saturday and Sunday.
All right, well, thanks, Lewis, and stick around because we'll be back with much more coming up after this break. But first, here's some birthdays this morning.